Hey everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Genai Vlog. So in this past couple of videos, we're talking about Perplexity Sona client. There are internet search, there's structured output, there's image as multimedia input. So we talk about all that fun stuff as part of the payload that we can use to make the API call using Sonar client and to get the response back via one single API call, right? No packages needed to be installed. We just need a post API call, which makes everything very convenient. And that's why I want to do this video to explain the convenience about all that. So today is yet another important video regarding Sonar client. We're going to be talking about how to request data from SEC. And you heard that correct. We are going to turn on the search mode specifically for financial data directly from Security Exchange Commission. So we are using the SEC API, and the API is built inside the Sonar client, and everything is mentioned and managed by Sonar behind the scene with all the bells and whistles, with all the scaffolding. And in this episode, we're going to dive into what that looks like. So first things first, let's get our formality right. That's the format of the API call. Very simple. We're talking about one single API call. You don't need to do a whole lot. You just need to specify the search mode is SEC. And that's it. It's as simple as that. This will be able to tell the API call Sonar that we want to get data from SEC website because they have a partnership behind the scene. All that's managed by Perplexity. Great. So let's run this API and then let's see what we got. So once this is ran, we can then print out the response and the content. There you go. So the answer of the question is the following, but let's start with the question. Prepare me for market open, right? Whatever that means. It's a very generic, very general task. Not a whole lot of hint or instructions is being given. So here it says, to prepare effectively for the market opening, focus on structured pre-market routine that helps you analyze current market conditions, things like that. Great. So a couple of checklists, not so much is going on. This is kind of like just generic language model stuff. So let's try to dive a bit more into the details. But this case, I need to time it because actually grabs a whole lot of information. So what if right now I need to go into a particular year or particular day range to grab information about a particular company, right? So in other words, I can just start with payload. Payload is a dictionary. So model in this time, it will be Sonar Deep Research. And then I'm going to specify the message. So the messages here is going to be a list of dictionary. So I'm going to specify that dictionary. And then here we're going to say role. First thing is going to be user and then content. Here, I actually want to give something a bit more specific, right? I'm going to say summarize the latest 10K filings for Apple Incorporation. So this is going to be very specific, very straightforward. And we're going to enter the string to be false. We're going to say search mode is SEC. And then we're going to actually make sure we have a date. So this is the after date filter. Here it says January 1st, 2023. So that's going to be my payload. And then I can make a post request API call to see what I got. Here, let's actually time it because it might actually take a minute or two because this is actually a lot of data being passed via this API call. And I actually believe there's some sort of a RAG going on behind the scene, right? Because you don't really know what user is going to say in this particular sentence in the content. So what if it says like, give me a table or something, right? So it's not going to be a pure API call to SEC and get the data back directly. I think somewhere behind the scene, Perplexity is going to toss all that data into an LLM, and an LLM is going to try to answer this question using the SEC data. So let's wait a minute. Let's come back and see what's going on with this. So there you go. Took about a minute, and then let's try to print out the content in the JSON response. Let's see what's going on. So boom, there you go. It's a giant paragraph. We are given the current date as Wednesday, July 2nd, and actually check the time. That's actually a correct time, which is amazing. And then Apple's fiscal year ends in September. The latest 10K filing available is as of July 2025. Will be the fiscal year ending in September 2024. So I kind of checked the time, and then given that is the range of the time that the user request, it then go ahead and grab. I believe this is fiscal year of 2024, right? Because 2025 hasn't finished yet. So here's an overview. Obviously, I don't think this is just everything from SEC, right? The entire 10K is hundreds of pages long. So what I think is happening is behind the scene, they made an API call to SEC, they got the data back, and then they send that data to an LLM, and then LLM then summarizes somehow, try to fit for the task that the user provides. So in this case, I say summarize. So the LLM is going to look at this SEC data and summarize it. And then here are a couple of insights that we took a look at. Here says revenue in 2023 was $383.29 billion. This is actually from fiscal year 2023. So I don't know. Let's take a look. Apple 10K. I don't know if this is a correct number, right? Let's always check that. So this is Apple's website, investor.apple.com. So you can kind of consider that as a ground truth. 2024 obviously has 2023 letter. We're going to go for annual. That's the report. Let's go for PDF. So somewhere down the road, we should be able to find the information that we're looking for. So here we're looking for revenues for 2023, right? $383 billion. So let's go to financials. Let's scroll down. Let's see if we can find this. So this balance sheet, income statement, that's the income statement. What are we looking at? Net income. That's not what we're looking at. We're looking at revenues. So revenues. I believe that's sales. Sales 2023, that's 298. Net sales 383. There you go. So $383.29 billion. Net sales, right? Product plus service 383.29. So you got it, right? It's correct. And then let's take a look at a couple of other numbers to see if we can verify that. And what are some other numbers that we can verify? Is that the only number that's being mentioned? I think that's the only number that I see here. I don't know if you guys see anything else. Key developments, risks, so on and so forth. Revenues here did not mention this. It's very interesting. Access pre-2023 data here with 2025. I think that's more numbers here. 385 revenue, so that's 4%. This is which year? It's 2024. So $385 billion. Let's take a look. 385. I don't know where that number is coming from. This is revenue, right? So it should be this number. 391. 2024. It's this number, 391. So I may be missing on that. Net income, 97. Where's net income? Net income is somewhere down here, right? 97. No, it's 93. So it's missing on that. It's close though, but it's missing a little bit. Unless it's looking at the comprehensive income, which I don't think so. Net income is this guy here. So it should be 93. And then what else? EPS, earnings per share, 6.13. So $6.13. EPS, where is that? That should be up on this page, right? EPS, earnings per share. 611. This is a little difficult to tell because 613 is happening here. And then this is actually a table. So when it's parsed, these two numbers can be very close to each other. So I don't blame this number. It actually got the range. It could be off. Apple is a lucky case, right? Because the earnings per share happen to be in similar range the past 3 years. So if you say 2024, the earnings per share is $6.16, no one's going to fall on it because those two numbers are very close to each other. So it's not perfect, but I think it got the range, which is very interesting, and we are going in that direction. Let's see. Cash and cash equivalent. Let's see if we can find that number. It's 29 here for 2024. Here it says 162. I don't know where the number is coming from. I don't see 162 here. Cash and cash equivalent should be this row in current assets, and 2024 is 29. So that is definitely a hallucination. So you guys get the idea, right? It's not perfect. We are going that direction. We're close. We're closing in on that. It's not perfect, especially you're reading something from a 10K that's hundreds of pages with numbers, tables, graphs, reference, so on and so forth. So it's not 100% accurate. I don't think this is something I will put in production. If the other end user is analysts or people like that, but it's close. We're getting there, right? So that's the pros and cons. The pros is convenient. It did get a lot of information. Semantically, I believe most of this information is definitely correct. But when it comes to numbers, especially from a table, I think that's when things are going to go wrong. So I do want to mention that, yes, it gives you access to SEC, but the number is not extracted always 100% correct. So there you go. Hopefully you like this insight. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next episode.